Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome, welcome to the debut of episode 1 of a series of Miracles podcast. I am so excited for you to all be here today. You ever had something happen in your life that was just so incredible, unbelievable, and unexplainable that all you could really do was call it a miracle? Welcome to a series of miracles where we talk just about that. This is the first episode ever of our first ever podcast. So my name is Crystal Leila. I am a faith-driven woman and the creator of the You Are Not Alone, Choose Hope movement. This movement was created in 2021 to encourage others to choose hope and choose life. All my life, I have had a heart for the brokenhearted. I have had a heart for the ones who have felt alone. I used to be one of those people. Growing up in a broken home, bullied at school, bullied at home, moving from house to house during my childhood, and then being in foster care for the later part of my life. I used to feel so depressed, unwanted, like my life didn't matter. But one of the biggest things that kept me going through it all was hope. Hope for a better tomorrow. Hope for things to turn around, things to change, things to shift. Hope for miracles. And that's what this podcast series is all about. Real, miraculous, fun, and powerful conversations with men and women around the world, and also myself, my own personal life stories to encourage and inspire you to hold on to hope, to increase your faith, and to rally around each other, to love one another and support each other, and just encourage each other that better days are coming. So it is my heart's desire to create such a movement that can create life-changing impact for you to know that you are not alone. Your life matters. So I'm just so happy to have you here. So who am I? Well, I am a hope speaker, a hope coach, and just an advocate against a suicide. So I'm a suicide prevention advocate. And my life's mission is to help people that are struggling, that are stuck, to just encourage them to break free from the fears and the limited mindsets and beliefs that hold them back from living their very best life. So that I believe, it is my strong belief that you can't have hope without purpose. I am a coach that helps people to discover their purpose, to turn the key in ignition and to move forward. So what is my miracle story? What is my story about miracles? Well, I have my fair share of miracles in my life, witnessing many miracles with loved ones and myself. And one could even say that I am a walking miracle because of my life stories of things that I've been through. However, I just want to take time to focus on just one miracle today. And that's today. Today, July 11th, is a very special and miraculous day for me. And why is that? Because it is my 1-year anniversary of moving to Texas. So you may be asking, well, why is that miraculous? Well, there is an incredible story that has followed me all of my life regarding the numbers 7 and 11. Ever since I could remember, 7 and 11 have always been my favorite numbers since childhood. And to make matters even more amazing, as a faith-driven woman and a mom, these numbers have also played a huge part in the way that God has spoken to my son and our lives. And by the way, he is 11 years old. See what I mean? In the beginning of 2021, I was on the third day of hosting my launch virtual summit called You Are Not Alone, Choose Hope. And hours before going on air, on my last day, I was in deep prayer and I heard, "You're moving." And I said, wow, I'm moving. I've never heard something like that before. So I was like, where am I moving? And I heard Texas. And at that time, I was nowhere near ready to move. I had far too many cats, commitments, and countless appointments that I had to catch up on because they were backed up due to the pandemic. I was living in Massachusetts and nowhere near the end of my lease as well. And to top it off, I didn't even drive due to trauma at the wheel that I experienced. And the ironic part was that it was when my son was 7. You see where I'm going with this? So I didn't know when or how or where I was moving to. I just knew that I was being called to Texas. So I said, Lord, if this is you, then you will make a way where there seems to be no way, and I will give you my yes. But not only did I give my yes, but I also took action in faith. So for the next 4 months, miraculous things started to happen. I found 3 homes for my cats. And that was miraculous because I had a bold prayer and I was like, God, I want to have my cats rehomed, but I want to be able to see them still. And that's a tall order. But I actually ended up being able to do that, which was amazing. And on top of that, I also got all of their shots done and some of them spayed and neutered. And I saved $1,000 in total in that. So not only did miraculous things happen with my animals, but also miraculous things happen with appointments that I needed to get done. And so my ask of the Lord was, God, I have all these appointments that are backed up from the pandemic for me and my son, and I don't want to move anywhere, especially Texas, very far away, without getting them done. And I just prayed and I took action and steps in faith. It was amazing because whenever I called for appointments, there was no appointments available. In fact, there wasn't even appointments available until August. And remember, I moved in July. Amazing things happened amazing things happen in our lives when we choose hope, when we say yes and choose faith and choose hope. So what happened was I got these appointments in, and they even started canceling other people's appointments so that they could fit me into their appointment line. And that was just amazing. And I got every last appointment done. And the most amazing part about it was, I think my last appointment was like 2 days before I moved, 2 days before my specific date of moving. Just kind of follow me with that and look at how amazing that is. Truly a miracle, right? Not only that, but in the next 3 months, I was also given an exact location to move. And mind you, I had no idea where I was going. And you know that Texas is huge. So that was absolutely amazing. And it was amazing how it all came to be. But I knew when I saw the room, when I saw the place, I said, that's my place. That's where I'm moving to. That's my apartment. It was just amazing. And I looked at all these other places and nothing hit quite like that place. Come to find out, when I moved, July 11th, 2021, when I moved, this is also the day that I moved right next to my sister, like from a different Mrs., but the same Mr., you know? She was right next door. Tell me that's not amazing. She was right next door. And she also was led to move to Texas. And she was led in prayer to move to Texas. So there is about 350 rooms, like apartments, where I live. And what are the odds? Dream with me here for a moment. Just think about this. What are the odds that I moved right next to where she was, like right next door to her, when there was all these other apartments that she could have moved into? What's amazing is she actually wanted a bigger place. And I think it was like 2 months before I moved, she changed her room. She changed where she was living to get a bigger space, and did not know what room I was going to be in. And just look at how amazing that is. Look at how, like, you can't make this stuff up, you know? So what do you guys think in the comments? Like, is this blessing you? Then not only did I get a place to move that I was ministered to me, but I also had a way to get there. Because if you recall what I said before, I said that I had trauma at the wheel and I didn't drive. I had a roommate at the time with me, and they were led to move with me. And so we decided we're going to take an RV. So in 3 months' time, how amazing is this? And I applied for the apartment, but I didn't, you know, all the while through, I was just believing in faith that I was going to get approved and everything. And, you know, beyond the 3 months, in between the 2-month interval before I moved, I got accepted to the place, and I didn't need a cosigner. And I didn't even need to pay a single penalty fee for leaving my lease early, which is amazing. Talk about a miracle. Because, you know, I wasn't even anywhere near the time that I was supposed to, that my lease was up. And so me and my roommate and my son, we all planned on just road tripping it in an RV. And it was just amazing that God just made a way. I didn't know where, I didn't know when, I didn't know how, but God. And now the cool part about it was I was recording, declaring that things were going to work out, and that there was going to be a doors would be opened that no man can shut, right? But doors also closed. But all the while, I was recording, vlogging throughout the whole journey, intervals of it, start to finish, of how the miracles that were happening and taking place when I was believing in faith, mountains would be moved. Because again, I was in no way, shape, or form ready to move at that time, but I just believed that I can do it. So, but what's just as amazing as all of that is the day that we moved. So if you recall, God speaks to me in 7 and 11s. Well, we planned to move on the 4th of July. But guess what day we officially moved? I paused so you could guess. We moved on July 7th. And guess what day we got, well, you already know the day that we got there. So what are the odds we moved July 7th and we got there July 11th? Talk about amazing, huh? Was not planned. It took 4 days in the RV to get there. And now I have this incredible moment, this story to just share with everybody that there is hope. And when it seemed like it was impossible, hold on to hope. There were so many moments during this time, like so many lights. This is what I like to say. I like to quote this. There is a light in the tunnel, not just at the end of the tunnel, right? And so I want you to just hold on to that today. I want you to just be encouraged by that today. There is a light in the tunnel. So if you're feeling like you're going through a moment where you don't know what to do, you're stuck, you don't know where to go from there, you don't see how things can work out, I want you to just remember this story. And this is just the beginning of incredible stories and conversations that, I myself will be having with men and women around the world about their incredible stories. And this is just one of the miraculous stories that I just have been blessed to experience. But here's the thing. Miracles happen every day. You just have to look for the lights in the tunnel. And that's, if you think about the story of me moving to Texas, there were so many lights in the tunnel. And the amazing thing was I moved from a place, an unsafe place of just kind of like rough around the edges place. And I was brought into such a beautiful apartment with a gym and a pool and just all like, it had its own parking garage with you needed a key, like a button to get in the gates. And imagine so I want to encourage you, like, just imagine that from rags to riches, right? I want to encourage you that if you feel like your story, is over and that there's no, there's no hope, there is hope. And that is my vision for this podcast, is to show you that there's hope and to encourage you to hold on to hope and to encourage you to keep moving forward, to show you that you do have a purpose and your life does matter. I just pray that this encouraged you, that this just blessed you. And I have many moments like this, and this is what a series of miracles is all about. I'm just glad that you were able to join, and please let me know in the comments if anything encouraged you today, what you want to hear, what you want to see in this podcast, because I'm going to be doing this podcast every week. Starting today. Today is episode 1. Woo! And I just I just love hearing stories about joy and hope and purpose. So I just look forward to all of the people that I'm going to talk to just be that beacon of light to encourage people in their lives. There's miracles. You just have to look for them. Thank you all for joining me for episode 1. Just the beginning of a series of miracles podcast. I pray that you just have an incredible day. Remember, your life matters. Your story matters. You are not alone. And to choose hope today, because miracles happen every day. You just have to look for them. All right, you all, take care. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments. Let me know if you were able to watch it live and also replay. And I'm going to be prayerful on whether or not I do these live or recordings. Take care, you all. Have an amazing rest of your day. Happy Monday.